Hello YouTube, it's Keith, Kevin, Ken. How you doing? How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you made it over the hump on Wednesday. Now it should be smooth sailing into Friday and the weekend, right? It's Thursday, September 8th, 2016. Thursday, September 8th, 2016 as I record this. I know most people, when all is said and done, will watch this after this day. Whether it's a day, a week, a month, or possibly even years from now. But I give you the date because we do this every single day. Every day. Whether it's a national holiday, my birthday, if I'm hungover, we're still going to do pocket dump deconstructions. We are. Because every time I step out of the door, I fill my pockets. I love the pockets to be full. I'll tell you that right now. This is kind of a special pocket dump deconstruction. We'll talk about that a little later. What you see in front of you is the pocket dump. I made it a little prettier. Took a bunch of pictures. Man, this week, isn't it funny? It's a short work week because we had a national holiday, Labor Day on Monday for us. But man, those short weeks seem to go twice as long as a regular 5-day week, right? Even though it's only 4 days. I've been late with my Instagram posts because I've just been running around at work. But usually the picture that I take, and I've taken a bunch of them, I'll post later on noonish, 1ish, 2ish o'clock later on this afternoon. At Keith Kevin Ken. That's my Instagram. At Keith Kevin Ken. Just like this YouTube channel. Go check it out. Follow me on Instagram. There's a lot of knives from a lot of people on Instagram. I think you'll enjoy it. Turned my iPhone 6S Plus. Oh, yesterday. Yesterday, Wednesday, September 7th, 2016, Apple just announced a new iPhone 7 Plus. Oh, beautiful camera. Gotta have it, gotta have it. Anyway. Enough of that. Turned my iPhone 6S Plus, the old one, from photos to video. Now it's time to do the pocket dump deconstruction before I run off to work late. So let's talk about this. Here's my Rolex. It's my brown Rolex. I told you when I show the black one, I really love it. It's the self-winder. It's not an expensive Rolex, but I love it. It's just classy. Doesn't have the original like the black one. The black Rolex in black and gray has the original hardware and everything. This doesn't. My kids, to surprise me on Father's Day, took my watch in and got this band years ago when they were small. They're grown now with kids. And traded in all that original Rolex hardware for this band. So I never wanted to change it back. They get a kick when I wear it or I talk about it on this podcast. So there it is. I wear it with fatherly pride. But that's my Rolex. I'm smoking the Trinidad. I'll tell you, man, the Trinidad is great. It used to be the national Cuban cigar. But man, I have a lot of old style Trinidads in my humidor that have been there for 20 years or more. I just love the Trinidad. Man, Cuban cigar. If you want a real taste of a Cuban cigar, grab a Trinidad. The pen, of course, Schoen pen. This is the brass one that I'm carrying today. I just like the Schoen design pens. Made in the USA. The coin that I'm carrying is a shout out to all the people from Canada. That is the 1 ounce Canadian maple leaf from 2007. I know we have a number of Canadians that watch this video. So hello Canada, our neighbors to the north. That's the Canadian maple leaf 1 ounce coin that I'm carrying for good luck. The wallet is a Mont Blanc thin wallet, one of my Mont Blanc thin wallets. And today, it's blended scotch. Now, let's take all this carbon fiber. Today is a Spyderco carbon fiber carry. This right here is my notepad from Smithson, which is a real nice company. out of the UK, out of Britain, that has a lot of leather stuff. Used to spend a lot of time in Britain consulting. So there you have it. That's the carry. Yeah, I have a lot of meetings today. You could tell, right? Kind of that stuffy business kind of leather goods. Today I am featuring some knives. Even the knife that got away is carbon fiber from Spyderco. Some of it, it's obviously some of carbon fiber from Spyderco is carbon fiber on top of G10, and I'll tell you when that happens. The reason I'm doing that is, knock wood. Yeah, I shook the camera because I'm knocking the table. At least the app says that my knife is at least in the neighborhood on a postal truck. I am getting the Sage 5 today. The Sage 5 is coming, and I'm so thrilled about that. I will definitely post a picture of it on Instagram later today. I will do a special, just a quick first impressions of my Sage 5. And usually when I get a new knife, all the first impressions are good because I'm so excited I finally got it. So you can expect that. And of course, I'll include the other 4 Sages in that as well. Let me just say this. If you want to see like Sage 5, and pretty soon, Spyderco is going to be really releasing a lot of knives. And I love Spyderco. I love the knives. I try to get them as soon as they get released if possible. So you'll see a lot of those on this channel. If you really don't want to miss them, then hit that subscribe button and let YouTube let you know that you want to see all of these videos. So sometime tomorrow or late night, let's hope there's not a problem in me getting them. We'll be looking at the Sage 5 from Spyderco. I've been waiting for that, so I'm real excited about that. About time they start releasing some knives. So, because I won't get that until after work, I want to make sure in my pockets, every time I pat my pockets, I'm feeling Spyderco and carbon fiber, so I can smile knowing that the Sage 5 is waiting for me at home. The keychain knife today will be, and this is kind of rare, I'll tell you, it is rare. This is a carbon fiber cricket. You guys know I love my crickets. This one has the Spidey edge on it, the serrated edge. It has, you can tell it's old school. I always say this because it's a liner lock instead of a frame lock. The newer Spyderco crickets have the frame lock. And because it doesn't have the frame lock on the back, it looks just like the show side. Because they are 2 show sides. There isn't a lock side. Same, of course, clip, but I really love it. It's just fatter, feels to me more substantial. I'm really liking it. And again, it's hard to find. These are the oldies. So it's rocking old steel, ATS 55 steel on this with that 1.9 inch reverse S blade. Oh man, it just feels good. You know, these things aren't heavy, even when they're like this, but these are a little bit heftier. The carbon fiber has this nice gloss on it as well. It's just so you don't feel the carbon fiber. It's like it's under polyglass or something. I don't know what it's under, but oh man, look how pretty it is. You know, it's protected like, oh man, the Precision scales are. Oh, I really love that. So that's my carbon fiber carry. Had to put that in my pocket, man. Not only is it represent old school Spyderco, since I'm going to get a new knife, but it has carbon fiber as well, so I'm really happy about it. When you talk about carbon fiber on top of G10, and when you talk about the Sage series, since I'm talking about the Sage 5 that I'll get later today, well, you got to have the Sage 1. This started it all. This is the Sage 1, folks. The thing about the Sages, all 5 of the Sages have the same profile, the same leaf blade. All of them have S30V steel. The new one has S30V steel as well. What the Sage series was set out to do from Spyderco is to celebrate great inventors of a lock. So each knife has the same profile. Many of them have different scales, but the big thing is the lock. The first Sage is celebrating the frame lock. The second one is celebrating Chris Reeves. I said frame lock, didn't I? I'm sorry, you guys. The second one is Chris Reeves' frame lock. This first one is the liner lock. I just blanked out. I apologize, you guys. Sage 1 celebrating the liner lock. You see that right there. The second one is celebrating the frame lock. The third one, the bolt action lock. The fourth one, which I love, that is discontinued, the only Sage that's really discontinued, that's celebrating the back lock. And finally on 5, Spyderco said, you know, we can't deny the compression lock, which they created. So 5 will look like this, really, but have a compression lock on the back of it. This is Sage 1. This started it all, representing the liner lock. Carbon fiber on top of G10, has that open construction, has the clip. They all have my wire clips, and all the wire clips fit in with the scale. So you see how this is brown, colored brown. Oh, I love it. Just feels, this is the perfect EDC knife. It just fits your hand. 50-50 choil right here. It has that Spyderco leaf blade. And again, S30V steel. That's not steel to sneeze at. I really love it. This is the Sage 1. I'm expecting the Sage 5. It'll look like this. The difference is it'll have the compression lock. And you know, I was thinking about going very small with the carry, but how can I not have my Paramilitary 2, carbon fiber Paramilitary 2? This is the exclusive from KnifeWorks, the Paramilitary 2, carbon fiber. That's carbon fiber on G10. That's old school carbon fiber under glass. This is pure carbon fiber. You feel it. It's quality carbon fiber on this Paramilitary 2. It's exclusive from KnifeWorks, which means Spyderco worked with KnifeWorks to get a limited amount out to them. It is everything that you expect from a Paramilitary, especially that compression lock. This will be on a knife that size. Can you believe it? It's going to be just wonderful. All the compression lock knives, and there's several of them, are just smooth as silk. Remember, this is brand new. I just got this a month ago. What makes this special exclusive from KnifeWorks is the blade. The blade is CPM M4. M4, a lot of the Bradley knives from Spyderco are M4. The Spyderco, a lot of knives now are coming out M4. Great steel, strong, keeps an edge. The difference, though, is you have to take care of it. It will rust on you because of a lot of carbon in the blade. So it will rust on you. You just have to take care of it. But, man, it's an excellent blade. That's what I'm carrying, man. This is it. You shrink this down to a Sage size, you got a perfect knife. And hopefully that'll be in my mailbox when I get home from work. The perfect EDC knife, Sage 5. This right here, you guys, if you haven't been with Spyderco yet and you're thinking you want to spend a little money, go with a Paramilitary 2. It's just a great fit. Look at it. It is the classic Spyderco. Perfect EDC knife, and look at that lock. That compression lock is just special. It's the same Paramilitary 2 profile, of course, because that's what it is. 3.4-inch blade. Again, the steel is M4 on this version that I'm carrying. but I can't wait. With this in my pocket and this in my pocket, oh my goodness gracious. I basically, tonight when I get my Sage 5, it's like these two had a baby. It's going to be wonderful. That's my pocket carrying. Yeah, it's personal to me because I can't wait for this night. I think, first, I love the Sage series. I think they're some of my favorite knives. I love that they are representing the genius work that people have put into locking knives, locking folder knives. I just love that. I also love the fact that it's the fall, first knife of the fall, and there's a lot of knives that Spyderco has promised, small knives, some that will have a compression lock, some great flippers, small flippers, large flippers, inexpensive and expensive flippers. I can't wait for all that to come. So this is a signal with the Sage 5 being released right now. That, my friends, is a pocket dump. Yeah, Kevin. You don't have a Sage 5 on the desk yet, but I will. And I'm excited because I'm a knife fanatic like you guys are. So that's why I have my pocket just full of Spyderco carbon fiber goodness. I will be posting pictures that I took on Instagram in the afternoon. You can check them out at Keith Kevin Ken. That's the Instagram address. But you know what? This ain't Instagram. I almost went small, like I told you. I almost went Sage 1 as the big knife, and then went to my Chaparral as the second, and then the Cricket. But then I went, how can I not carry my carbon fiber M4? You know, paramilitary 2. My goodness, we're talking about the compression lock, and that's what that is. So this is the knife that got away. It's the little Chaparral. I'll tell you, it's the baby. This is the Chaparral one, which is a smaller version in a lot of ways. Of course, the lock's different, but it just reminds me so much of the Sage one. Just smaller. You know, the Sage is at a 3-inch blade. This is 2.8 inches, just under 2.8 inches. The blade steel is nice, too. CTS XHP steel. This is rocking carbon fiber on G10 as well, like the Sage. But man, talk about a nice. You guys know I like the smaller knives. That's why I thought this to me is a great small lineup, right? Sage 1. Yeah. Chaparral 1. And then the little Cricket. But this is the knife that got away because I have to put the paramilitary 2 in my pocket. But what a wonderful knife. I love these knives. They have a lot of different scales on them. There are 4 of them out right now. This was the first one. They all have the backlock, that very strong backlock. But they're gentleman folders because of the size. The second one is titanium with a nice pattern on the titanium. The third one is really a raised 3D pattern on it, on all titanium as well. And the fourth one is the stepped, raised pattern on the titanium, but it's anodized blue in certain places, so that pattern just pops. But I love the first one, just like I love the first Sage 1 with that carbon fiber on top of G10. I really love it. That, my friends, the carry, yeah, it's carbon fiber and it's Spyderco. The knife that got away, the little Chaparral, the Spyderco that would with that CTS XHP steel. Folks, I hope I get a chance. I hope you get a chance to see the Sage 5. I hope I get a chance to show it to you on Instagram and then to do a brief first impressions video later tonight here on this channel. Hey, thumb it up if you're loving Spyderco today. If you enjoy these videos, thumb it up because, man, that really does keep me going. Seriously, that keeps me going every single day. and I really appreciate the love. So thumb it up, share it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. This is a small amount of Spydercos. We have hundreds of them in Pelican cases, and we will go over every single one of them, including the fixed knives, once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So help us reach that goal. Hey, you guys, have a perfect day. Seriously, keep your pockets full. Find some time for a little bit of fun. Goodbye.